What's up, Muzz? How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just hosting this special topic about the martial arts. So I'm just excited and everything. What's good?
What's up, dog? How's my voice, bro? My sounds high or too low?
It's, it sounds good.
Well, I wanted to ask you. You said mixed martial art.
All types of martial arts. That's what tonight's topic's about. So
Uh,
I went up like on my Facebook, and I have personal friends like just to tune in because tonight I'm dedicating my segment solely to the martial arts, MMA, whatever. It's just strictly the martial arts today.
yeah, that's what's up. I keep up with that too. You know what I mean?
All
Who's your
right.
fighter? Do you watch the UFC or anything else?
I watch the UFC, but I haven't watched the UFC like in a long time because mostly I've been mostly when I watch UFC bouts and everything, I watch it with my brother-in-law. But I haven't really been to my brother-in-law's crib in a long time because I've been busy with a lot of personal stuff.
Yeah,
But I do like watching them UFC time to time. And
yeah.
sometimes I try to see like what the Asian MMA is looking like also.
Oh yeah, they used to have over there. They used to have. Don't mind my voice, bro, because I just woke up and took a nap. They
All
used to
right.
have pride. They have the pride fighting over there. That was rude.
Okay.
It was ruthless, bro. You could sock
Yes,
him.
it is. So Muzz, where you from?
Oh, I'm from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh,
Uh,
all right.
Born and
I,
raised here, but my parents immigrated here from Palestine in 1967. They were
oh,
forced,
okay.
and they went to Venezuela. Venezuela, I have my two older sisters, three, one died, but two older ones that speak Spanish, and my mom and my dad. Then we came over here, I lost my dad when I was like 12, 13. And
All
then
right.
my sisters, I got two older sisters, one younger sister, me and my brother. So I'm the first oldest boy. So it's five total. And just
Oh,
my
okay.
they speak Spanish, and my mom too. That's it.
All right. So like all right. Like since you're of Palestinian origin and everything like that. I
Yeah.
mean, when it comes to the martial arts, do y'all do is it like a lot of prominent Palestinian martial artists like in America that you have met or they're based elsewhere?
The only The only one that I've seen in the UFC is Muhammad Bilal Muhammad. Bilal
All
Muhammad.
right.
Yeah, he rocks. Hold on one second.
Right.
Yeah, about the burp. He rocks a Palestinian flag. When he comes out to the ring. But there's a lot of Muslims that fight in the MMA. If you see my avatar, right?
Yes.
That's Habib.
Yeah, from Dagestan.
Yeah, yeah. The only reason why I rocked him because I don't think he's pound for pound best in the world. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have a good he didn't have good competition. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Jones did, but John Jones did get popped. But I still think John Jones is still the best man. He had to go through murderer's road to get that belt, and he went through murderer's road to defend that belt. You know what I mean? So he had a
Yep.
better resume than Habib, but Habib was more dominant. He didn't
Mhm.
in all his fights. He never got a scratch eye. He never got a bruised eye, broken nose, blood from his eye. Nothing, nothing. A black eye, nothing. So to me, he was
Right.
the most dominant fighter. And now his they're cousins, but he just brought him up underneath his wing. Islam is the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Islam. I just haven't heard anything about it, but it's just that I've heard a lot of good comments about Islam lately.
Yeah, he beat the featherweight. Is it featherweight? Yeah, no, bantamweight champion. What was his name? That dude from Australia, Volkanovski. Yeah, he beat him the first time.
Right.
He beat him, but the second
Buses
time,
to PK Darkness also. Don mío, ya tú sabes.
what's up? What's up, P? Yeah, I speak Spanish, bro. I speak all the bad words, bro.
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting that that is because I have like all throughout my life I've met cool Palestinians, like the Mouton family. Shout out to them, and shout out to the Raby family in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I worked with them a couple of years ago, so they were actually down to earth, cool.
yeah.
OSS.
My aunt used to live in Brooklyn on Third Avenue.
Yep.
Yeah, and my man, he does mixed martial arts too. Because I see right there the throw and the gear.
He does. I don't know if he does mixed martial arts, but he is a martial arts expert. Hey,
That's
Pete, you're welcome to come in.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. So where you from, brother?
Me originally, I'm from the Bronx, but my parents they immigrated to from the Dominican Republic. My mother in 1967, and my dad in 1972.
Uh,
They both passed on, but you know
oh, sorry to hear that,
that's
brother.
it. Yeah, it is, but it's life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm gonna keep repping what I am, which is a Dominican American, even though there's a whole bunch of people who are trying to shut me up from doing it. So I don't
No.
really care. You
No.
cannot go around and stop a person from repping what they are.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Sensei?
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing,
Blessings.
Sensei?
Blessings.
I
Blessings.
um I come every now and again, always bearing good news.
Yep.
Um Today is a topic that I hold dear to my heart, which is martial arts.
Yes.
Um the other brother that's here present, he has a lot of martial arts knowledge as far as combatants and fighters are concerned, which is necessary and important for stats. But
Right.
my practical knowledge in the martial arts is the years of experience that I've gathered through life. I started
Okay.
with Seido Karate at 5, Taekwondo at 12, Judo Jiu Jitsu, our niece Kali. You know, I did the Marine Corps. I'm a 2-time black belt in the Marine Corps. And martial
Wow.
arts, to me, it's not just a defense system or a fighting system. Martial arts to me is a system that will maintain you healthy as long as you maintain in practice.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
martial
Uh,
arts doesn't just help you stay safe. It's not always about staying safe because sometimes you do have to be the aggressor. Sometimes you have to
Yes.
attack the attacker so that you don't have to waste
Yes.
time blocking.
yeah. I heard the best base. I think this is widely accepted. The best base is a wrestling base because a wrestler dictates where the fight is going to be.
What's your thoughts about that, Pete?
Well, wrestling falls under grappling. So anything grappling, that would be judo, jujitsu, sambo, pentucket, salat. There's a lot of systems that require grappling, and grappling is good for close quarter combat. So yes, grappling experience is very important in a fight. I need you to raise your microphone up a little bit, brother.
Me, brother, me.
Yes.
All right, got you. How's
All
that
right.
sound now?
A little higher.
How about now?
Uh,
You can hear
better.
me now?
A little bit. It still sounds like you're away from the mic or something.
How about you, Don? Do I sound far?
Nah, you sound all right. It's just that I guess you have like a little bit of background noises or
Hold on
something
one
like
second.
that.
Hold on. Let me just change something up. Hold on. That's probably my settings.
Right.
Yeah.
But other than that, how's everything with you? All right. I know that you're expert in a lot of systems. So what should I call you? Should I call you Sensei or Shihan?
I'm not gonna say I'm an expert in anything per se right now. Um,
Right.
when they say that when you earn your black belt, it's the beginning of knowledge because all you
All
did
right.
was learn the basics of the system.
Right.
Masters to us is basically anything over fifth dan black belt. That to us is a
Oh, okay.
master. That person's an expert.
All right.
Anything over Godon, that's an expert. But I prefer the term sensei as a teacher and not Shion because a Shion is a headmaster of a school. And
All
even
right.
though I have some students, I don't per se have a school. We meet
Okay.
at different places. We meet at the park, Central Park. Sometimes we meet at parks here in Manhattan. Sometimes I meet people at parks in the Bronx. So I don't have a school per se, but when I do open a school, then my title will become from sensei to Shion.
All right. Like, okay, one thing that I've always found intriguing, and I know that there's like not a lot of people who actually go from the fifth to anything over the fifth. So is it true that if a person was to go and have, like, how should I say, if they were to go and get like more knowledge, is it true that they will have to go to like the home country where that martial art started,
I am
or how
I
does
am
that
gonna
work?
say I'm gonna say yes to that. Um, just in brief, karate was born in Okinawa. Okinawa is the birthplace of karate, and anyone that knows martial arts knows that anytime the word Okinawa is said, anytime Okinawa is mentioned, immediately it's followed by the birthplace of karate. You know,
Okay.
Y'all can hear me now?
yes,
Yes.
All right, so we good now, right? Nice and
oh
loud?
yeah, very clear.
Yes. Very
Okay,
clear.
that's me right there. I cammed up.
Yeah.
All right,
That's Bud right there. They go to
all right.
rematch. Yeah, y'all watch boxing, right?
I watch sometimes what I can. I got 5 kids, so sometimes I have to
Oh,
watch them.
oh, forget about it. You got priorities too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
I got my
understand.
Wow.
little tribe called Quest. They're all learning martial arts with me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
like that.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to start them off early, man.
of course. I started at 5.
Yeah, there you
I started
go.
at 5. So that self discipline, I've always had it my whole life.
Huh? And also mixed martial artists, they never start any trouble ever. All they do is keep calm. Is when you push one of them, that's when they react. But you never see them walking around cocky. I'll do this, I'll do that. No, they're the most humble people on this earth.
But you have to realize this though: mixed martial artists are being trained by professors of arts that only practiced one art. So if you're an MMA and you're learning Filipino martial arts, or you're learning Muay Thai, you're learning Krav Maga, you're learning this, it's with an instructor that only knows that. And instructors of most traditional systems are very strict because that's how they were brought up. So trust me, MMA, I'm not expecting an MMA person to lose character in the middle of the street and start punching somebody out because they were taught better than that.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and you do go to each expert. Like for example, you know, I think it was I think it was Roy's uncle, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, the Gracie family.
Yeah, but what was what's his name? Well, anyway,
Helio Gracie.
no. Roy. I'm sorry. Mayweather's uncle.
I'm talking about Mayweather. Oh, that's boxing.
Yeah, he trained some of the MMA fighters, but he just trains them in boxing. You know what I
Correct.
mean? Each discipline you got to go and train underneath the best. If you go, if like for example around my way, I know 2 or 3 stores that they said they train you in everything. That's BS. I'll never go there. You always got to go to the experts. You know what I mean? If you got, for example, a BJJ, you go to the experts. You go to Brazil or wherever the Gracie brothers are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have Gracie dojos everywhere right now.
Yeah,
So Gracie family is a very big family.
yeah,
No, Helio did his job. Like that old man wasn't playing. Like that whole family is a weapon. That whole family is weaponized. Like that's the wrong people you want to mess with.
yeah. What was that dude from Japan that beat I think 3 Hoist Gracie fighters? They called him the Gracie Killer. I forgot his name.
I forgot his
I
name
know
too.
who you're talking about.
You
Yeah,
I
know,
went up and I've actually had the. I've actually went up and read a documentary, seen a documentary on YouTube about that guy.
yeah.
But isn't like shoot fighting has some type of how should I say, some type of martial arts in it, or it's just straight fighting. That's why I want. That's why I've always wanted to ask.
Well,
Be-
he beat them in Pride. Pride rules are a little different. You know what I mean? You could soccer kick the person in the head. You know, elbows are
it's
okay.
street fighting rules basically.
Yeah, yeah,
And
all
almost.
right.
I would like to further detail. Shoot fighting is basically what New York we call the 52 blocks. You know, it's a
All
jail
right.
system. It's a jail system type of fighting. Shoot fighters have a better chance against a Brazilian jiu-jitsu person only because 70% of Brazilian jiu-jitsu people want to take the fight to the floor. A shoot fighter does not want to fight on the floor because they're ground and pound and all that other stuff. They're not about that. They're about fighting on their feet. So when
I've always heard this because I have a friend, right, that I used to be around, and he actually knows a lot of systems. So, he always said that he never like a lot of people don't like fighting on the ground. And shout out to Irby, by the way.
shout out
Yeah, wrestlers. Yeah, they don't like to be on their backs. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
to a Brazilian jiu-jitsu person or
You know,
to a judoka. Judoka is like how we say karateka, someone who practices karate. Judoka is someone who practices judo or jiu-jitsu. To a judoka, they feel more comfortable on their back, but that's because
mhm,
they're fighting one person.
mhm,
If you're in the middle of some type of street warfare, urban warfare, and you're getting jumped by 7, 8 people, you're not doing nothing on your back on the floor. You're gonna get destroyed on the floor.
mhm.
So this is why, like in my case, the times I've been jumped, I always look to see if there's a wall somewhere so I could put my back against the wall. That way I have a perfect angle of what's in front of me and what's to the side of me, and no one's going to hit me on my neck or kick me in my spine. Like that's very important.
Keep your back towards the wall. And his name is Sakuraba. Sakuraba.
Sakurama, the Gracie killer.
The Gracie Killer.
Yo, he's not playing, bro. He's a shoot fighter. He's not playing none of that. His job is I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna collect my check and I'm going home. That's it.
Yep. Who's your favorite fighters? Let's name 3 of them. Come on, let's go with
Oh wow. Without being biased or favoritism, one of my favorite fighters was my Shion. Stoke
never
William
mind.
Oliver, who was the master of my school. May he rest in peace. He had his dojo on 100th Street and Broadway back in the days when the Metro Theater was there. And I started martial arts in '87. So, all my favorite fighters are old school people that are not around today.
I was gonna say real quick that I don't care about PEDs. You know what I mean? If they got caught PED, it's so fine. It's fine. Just throw them in there. Your best 3. It don't matter to me. If they
I hear you. So I'm gonna say my favorite 3 have always been, my Shion, which is William Oliver, may he rest. Masoyama, may he rest in peace. The God Hand. Believe it or not, Chuck Norris is up on my list. Bruce Lee is on my list. As far as modern times, Michael Jai White is on my list. Michael Jai White came from one of my systems, Kyokushin, and Kyokushin is is one of the forms of karate that came under the instructions of Masoyama. So it's crazy, Masoyama came out with 4 systems, and these 4 karate systems are still running to this day.
Go ahead, Don. You want to go up next?
Armando, where you at, bro?
Well, I'll go if he's not here.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I was saying that I heard that Doshin So, right? He was like the father of Shorinji Kempo, right?
Okay.
Yo, shout out to the ladies of iTalk. Yeah. So I know that he made 4 systems, but the only one that I know about Masoyama was Kyokushin. That's all I hear about.
I'm a black belt in Kyokushin. I'm a black belt in Seido Karate. Seido was birthed under Kyokushin. So,
okay.
The other systems that Masoyama has, one of them is called Oyama system. Just like that, Oyama. And it's basically like, it's a more furious version of Shotokan. It's based on more attacks than blocking, grappling, any of that. It's based on more attack, like finish your opponent. That's it. What we call Dinmak, which basically means the touch of death. One punch and you're done. A finger stab and you're done. A hammer fist, you're done. Shoto to the neck, you're done.
Wow.
The shoto is the rigid hand on the top. It's that system is not playing. It reminds me of another very mortal savage system called Ishin Ryu. And Ishin Ryu is what the ninjas would train. Besides your normal taijutsu, which is hand-to-hand combat, and they had their own form of judo jujitsu as well, which was grappling with weapons. So they would use weapons to grapple you. If you moved, you were getting cut, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. The other system Masoyama made, I would have to look it up real quick, but I know there was 4 systems. And out of the 4 systems, his second main one was Kyokushin. The first system he made was the Oyama system.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
My 3 is John Jones. I believe the best to ever do it. John Jones. Yeah, number 2, I take Islam Magachach, whatever his last name is.
The young kid.
Yeah, the one who's pound for pound best right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good for himself.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. But I think he's gonna fight. He's gonna do a rematch with Oliveira. Oliveira's no joke,
Oh,
bro.
he's not playing.
But that's the type of person he don't mind being on his back. You know what I mean? Take me down. Go ahead. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
he's a BJJ person.
Yeah.
That's his forte.
Yep.
You know,
My last.
you remember Anderson Silva in his prime, the Spider.
Hmm.
The man was crazy, bro. And if he got on his back, he wasn't moving. He's like, "Yeah, come on, let's go."
Yeah.
If he fell, he wasn't moving. Like, I'm waiting for you right here.
I remember when he fought my man. What's his name? That white boy. He was beating him up for 4 hours. What's his name? I can't get his name right now, but he was beating up. Whatchamacallit? The Spider. He was beating him up for I'm sorry, for 4 minutes, right, and a half.
Straight.
And then he put him in the what's that called, the
Triangle chokehold.
triangle chokehold with his legs, and he tapped 4.5 minutes, bro. If he waited and if he had it for another 30 seconds, he would have won the belt.
So-
But he tapped. So yeah,
Something very.
my last one will be I think what happened to this girl? She lost her belt, Nunez.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, I'll take Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, I
Pardon.
like her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you my three best fighters.
Hit me.
Well, when I was young up in San Pedro, I that's when I first was introduced to the martial arts when I used to live there. So I don't know who was the teacher of that system or anything like that, but that's when I was first right there. To me, that was like the first person I could say that he was the best martial artist. Then when I
Where
took
though? Where though? 'Cause
Taekwondo,
where though in San Pedro? Because I'm from San Pedro as well. So,
La
the
Universidad.
oh, okay,
This happened to be like around 86, 87.
all right. So in La UCE,
Yeah.
all right. There was a karate teacher there. He was a lieutenant for the army. You're talking about that guy?
I think it was him because it was funny. I was just a little kid. I didn't attend or anything like that, but you know when you were around Use, because my aunt, she was a teacher. So I guess I
Mhm.
was around there or stuff like that. I don't know how, but that was my first introduction to the martial arts.
Copy. And then you said Taekwondo. I know that's in el 2 de Julio por el Parque
No, no,
Central. I lived across the street from there.
yeah, I didn't. Well, that Taekwondo is when I was living down south. I took that for a while, but then after a while, I didn't really continue with the martial arts, but I still want to get back into it. But but the second person I could say that was a good fighter and taught me well was Master Calhoun down south. I don't know if he's alive or not, but that's who I was under when I was taking Taekwondo.
Well, blessings to him and his family, and rest if he's not with us.
Right.
I always respect anyone that becomes a teacher in martial arts because it's not just having the self discipline of the system, it's also having the self discipline of being able to teach and have that patience. It's very humbling.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Patience, virtue. Yep.
The third person I could actually say these people that is not, I could say three, but it's going to be either four or five.
It could be more.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's
always
going
going
to
to be
be
a top 10.
exactly. It's going to be my friend Ricky Guzman. Shout out to him, by the way. I don't know if he's watching or anything like that.
Blessings to him.
My boy Joseph Aviles.
All
He's
right.
he Yeah, he's been in the martial arts since me and him was growing up. So shout out to him.
Shout out.
And my boy Jeffrey Reyes, aka Sombra.
All right.
So but the thing is though, it's like me and Sombra, we were talking, right? And it was like, and the thing is though, he learned in the capital jiu-jitsu. But the thing is though, he don't know if his master is alive or not because this guy was a master in like a lot of systems in the capital. Maybe you would know.
You know, I could think of a few people that actually just dedicated their whole life to martial arts, and they found time to become black belts in systems, and sashes of kung fu and all that. So, you never know. If there's a lot of people I know by face that I don't remember by name now.
All right. Because the guy because this is how he my friend Sombra, how he described his master, the one that he had tutelage under the cap while he was in the capital. So he said that his master was Dominican Haitian,
Mm,
and he was like he was like, how should I say, the that he knew mad styles, but he was under him when it was under jiu-jitsu. So in Santo Domingo, he still has a black belt in that system.
okay.
So I was like, if he can't find his master in Santo Domingo, he might have to go to Japan to see what his system's really about.
Yeah, if he wants to seek further enlightenment and excel in that system, he's going to have to go to the birthplace and, find the system where his sensei came from. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to acknowledge him being part of the family. And of course, some people know this and some people don't. Let's say if your teacher is a fourth Dan black belt, he can't promote you to fifth Dan because he's not a fifth Dan himself. So
Wow.
at that point he would have to take you to his center or dojo where he came from so that you can see where he came from and get the exam for whatever dawn it is because he hasn't done it himself yet, so he can't teach you it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, that's what you do. You go to all the specialists. You know what I mean? Wrestling, you go to a wrestling coach. You go, jiu-jitsu, you go there. Samba here, there. It's not. I don't know any MMA fighter that ever went to just one person. Unless you fly people in, this is a different story. I
Yeah, you
remember
can't really
saying,
be MMA if all you have is one teacher teaching you one thing, because then you're not mixed martial arts. You're one martial art.
yeah, but what it is what I meant by is like, okay, let's say, what's his name? The dude that's any teacher, what they'll do is they'll fly somebody that's a specialist in let's say, Taiwan,
Yeah,
Thailand. They'll,
Right.
st- they'll they'll fly him in. You know what I'm saying? And he'll teach their students.
yeah. I mean, but still, that's dealing with a second person because the second person knows something secondary. You know, you you cannot. Let's say in my case, I could teach mixed martial arts because I have mixed martial arts in me. But even so, I would still concentrate on teaching you one thing so you can grasp the basics first so that I can teach you the advanced things. Most basics are the same basics for every other system. So I give you the first
Mm,
system for free, understand the basics. Now let me teach you advanced things from each other system, or what we call the bread and butter of each other system. That way you have the best of all and the worst of none.
mm,
Yeah, yeah. It's like, what's my man, George St. Pierre, his coach. Farasahabi. What he used to do was just fly people in from all over the place to teach George St. Pierre the disciplines. He didn't try to do it himself. He was just a coach. You know what I mean? I think I think he was his strength and conditioning coach, but he used to always just fly people in, constantly fly people in. Or they had to go to Thailand, they would go to Thailand to learn. You know what I mean? But any one place that's trying to teach you everything, that's BS. You're not gonna learn. You're not gonna go too far. You're not gonna excel. Am I correct on that?
Sounds
mm.
about right.
I mean, it's like okay. for example, right now, I don't know anybody who's I know people that they know Chinese systems and everything. But then when I hear of certain people that they say, like, say they open up a martial arts school, right? And then they have like a list of styles that they teach you. I'm like, okay, so are you going to teach me each one? Is it going to be combined? Like, are you just playing a name game with me?
Hmm.
They gotta have a teacher, right? In every one of those art mixed martial arts. Like this, for example, if they talk about wrestling, they got to bring an Olympian wrestler. A 4-time Olympic wrestling. If the boxer, they got to bring you a championship boxer. Like let's say Mayweather's father, uncle. Keep forgetting his name, but
Any Golden Glove.
yeah, any Golden Glove, you know what I'm saying? They got to bring, professionals in to help you. You know what I mean? But if they bring you just nobody, there's 6 of them, they're nobody. How's their records? They got to show their records. You know what I'm saying? How good they did. You know what I mean? That's the way to do it. That's
Yep.
where I see it all over. Because I used to be a real big UFC fan. I was really into it, but I slacked off a little bit lately. But it's they're all on drugs. I think they're all on PEDs. To be honest with you, like not
All
all,
right.
but majority of them, about 90%, 92% probably are on PEDs.
All right. So, all right. Talking about PEDs, right? Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm scared to take all of them. Even when I was 22, they were talking about, yeah, you could do creatine. I'm like, I don't trust that. So,
Hmm.
what performance enhancing drugs or PEDs is like famous for these fighters right now? Because I know there's UFC, there's Bellator, there's another fighting company.
There's
World
a few.
World Championship, World Championship MMA, something like that.
There's a
Yeah,
few.
it's a few.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't
few.
know why they're accepting any type of um dosaging of any kind, but I get it. Most of it is just for the money. It's all about entertainment. But to a
Hmm.
true martial artist, we wouldn't participate in that only for the simple fact that we like to remain things in a pure setting.
Hmm.
That everything is all natural. If I'm a fat martial artist, it's because that's what it is. I'm a fat
Hmm.
martial artist. Like I'm not gonna start taking stuff to lose weight and I'm hurting my metabolism with intake of drugs that I don't need in my system.
And not only
Right.
that, but MMA is not fair to begin with, because you know what I'm saying. Even though you weigh in, the same way, even though they dehydrate themselves, man, they don't. It's all water basically. They dehydrate themselves like 25 pounds, step on the scale, and then bang, they're back up to 210 when they're fighting at 185. But it's
Wow.
uneven as it is. You know what I'm saying? So why would you allow them to use PEDs? But the thing is, they're finding ways to get around the tests. That's why, like Wilder or the other one. I don't know what the other one that does with that supervises I forgot Vada. I think I'm not too sure, but anyway, what they do is they freeze the sample that they took from you, so that maybe 5 years down the line, they might have a new machine that detects it.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, because they're always
I
trying to
mean,
figure. Uh,
it's fun. It's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because it's like whenever there's a fight or anything like that, there's like a whole bunch of these guys that out of the woodwork, they're like, oh, you took you took some PED, but yet everybody's waiting for the fight, but then that fight is disqualified, or they'll have to wait a few times because this person decided to take a PED.
Oh, and I'm
So
sorry. I want to apologize to the listeners. If you're hearing us say PED and you don't know what we're saying, we're talking about performance enhancing drugs. PED. Sorry, we didn't reference that real quick. Go ahead, Armando. It's yours.
Yes. It's like every so often it's like whenever I watch MMA or anything of that nature, they always refer there's always some controversy of a fighter that tested positive for PEDs. It never fails, right, Muzz?
Yeah, there's always something going on, and sometimes they let them. Like for example, when my man Brock Lesnar fought my man from I forget where he was from. He was from Australia, fat dude. I forgot his name. But in the beginning of the fight, he was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll let I let anyone with PEDs fight me. But when Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him, that's when he went and he took the UFC to court because they knew Brock Lesnar was on PEDs, but they
Yeah.
allowed him to fight anyway because so much money he was grossing. They didn't care. Munez, I think his name was Munez. Forgot his first name. But like John Jones, John Jones, how many times he got caught with PEDs? He got caught really once, and it kept showing up in his system. But he did do drugs and cocaine. I discount that. You know why? That doesn't help you in a fight. Weed
Mm-mm.
and cocaine doesn't enhance you.
It
But
numbs you.
yeah,
That's not gonna help you in no fight.
yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
not
be
gonna help.
slow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I
Go ahead.
mean, I
Go ahead,
mean,
man.
I don't know, and I'm just gonna say this because I'm not a medical expert, but I seen one day when I was actually visiting my sister in New York. This was years ago. Now the guy, he was strong. I'm not gonna front. And at first, it was these two cops that they were trying to arrest this man with batons and everything. And this guy was throwing haymakers, connecting to these two cops while they were still hitting them with with the batons and everything. Then it came to like six, and they got punched in the face simultaneously.
Shoot fight.
And all these and it had to take like maybe 30 cops to hold this man down. So this guy, I don't know what type of PED he was on or if it was cocaine or anything like that, but that was something that you don't see every day.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah, like a guy
People.
still getting hit with nightsticks and he's connecting to like eight dudes' faces
Yeah, people who
while his back to a wall.
I could say that's karate off rip. Because we have a thing called kumites, and kumites is battles against multiple people. There's
Right.
there's while you're going up in the belts, they start you off with four, and then it becomes eight, then it becomes 20, then it becomes, you know what I'm saying? You have a 50-man kumite, you have a 100-man kumite to become a black belt. So
Wow.
they have
I've always,
nightsticks. So what? They got a nightstick. Once this fist hits, that nightstick is going bye bye.
Yep, yep, exactly. Yep.
So
so you saying like a kumite is like the scene from Ip Man, right? Where Donnie Yen had to face like maybe
yeah, 30,
30
40,
students.
50 black belts. And that's just a passing
Mm.
exam at the dojo for you to get your belt. If you can't beat
Wow.
these people, you're not going up because you haven't learned nothing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. My
I
black
think.
belt crucible is called the crucible. My black belt crucible from brown belt to black belt, I had to fight I had to fight 20 green belts, 20 advanced green belts, 20 brown belts, 20 advanced brown belts, and then I had to fight 10 black belts. That's a total of 90 people. I'm on my last
Hey.
win. I'm on my third win. praying to God like, Father, help me. I'm about to die.
Do you do it with gi or without gi?
There's no gear in my system. In my system, we only wear gear till yellow belt. After yellow belt, it's no gear.
Okay, so
So
no
it's
gi.
full contact. You feel all of it.
Got you.
Wow.
Yeah, it preps you for if when it really happens and you get hit, you don't get shocked. You don't get stunned because you've already been through it at the dojo. It's nothing for you. If anything, it entices you to fight even harder.
And do you
Wow.
smoke weed? Do you smoke weed when you roll around or no? Because the Diaz brothers do. They say a
Well, I'm
lot of people.
smoking weed right now, but when I
No,
train, I normally don't smoke because I want to make sure I'm working at my maximum lung capacity. If you run out of lung power, you run out of energy.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I can fight 10 people right now, but that's because I'm going to end the fight quickly, 4 or 5 seconds each person. Now,
Right.
if I'm going to fight a minute with 10 different people, I'm going to lose because I'm going to run out of oxygen. No oxygen, no energy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Would you rather train? Would you rather train with a woman or a man? I'd rather with a
Um,
woman.
Honestly, because I'm a traditional karateka, we don't believe in if you're a man or a woman. We only believe in our system.
Right. So you'll train with a woman.
So your
Yes.
system doesn't have a gender. That's what you're trying to say.
In our system, we don't put I towards gender. There's gender, but we don't put I towards gender. If there's 20 boys in the circle for the next kumite and there's 15 girls, we might throw 5 girls and 5 boys at you just so that you understand the discipline of hitting. You're not gonna hit a girl as hard as you would hit a boy because you're not trying to hurt her, especially if we're at the dojo. Remember, at the dojo, we're
Right.
all brothers and sisters. We're not supposed to hurt each other. But I need to see the efficiency of your fight. If you can't win the fight fighting at a lower level range, because you're not exerting all your energy, then you're not allowed to
Um.
get promoted.
Yeah, she gets the benefit. The woman gets the benefit out of it
Of
because she's
course,
fighting a stronger man. She gets the benefit out of
of
it.
course.
What you think about Ronda Rousey? I think she was just a one trick pony. That's what I think she was.
I respect Ronda. Ronda really put her time in the dojo. She's not some other girl that, oh, I'm a wrestler now. It's not really like that. Ronda has the discipline of what judo is. Judo is not a how you doing sport. Judo is a badass sport.
Uh-huh.
If you're a judo practitioner, shout out to you. Judo is not about being friendly. Judo is about putting you in your place and I'm walking home.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah. She did
Yep.
good. She made her money though. I tell you what, and she put women's MMA on the map. That's for sure. But now I don't know what the hell. What she's doing now? She's still in the
she's wrestling.
WWE. She's wrestling, right?
She's the female version of Roddy Piper right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's going on
So
right now.
So
all
what
right.
y'all think?
So
What? Go ahead.
all right. So I have a question. Remember that upset when Kimbo Slice first entered the MMA?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
But Kimbo Slice, all he knows is one thing: 52 blocks. He wasn't
Yes.
an MMA fighter yet,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I
Yeah.
and
give
Cause
he,
yeah.
props to
Yeah.
Kimbo
Cause
because Kimbo was out in the street whipping people's asses
yeah,
left and right.
yeah.
yeah.
One thing that I've seen that that Kimbo when he was defeated, right?
Yeah,
I only remember one fight that Kimbo was defeated, and it was a fight between a former cop that had martial arts
Crow
that
Cop,
had martial arts
something Crow
expertise
Cop.
behind it.
His
Hmm.
name was something Crow Cop, something like that.
Are you
Yeah,
talking about? Are you talking about in the streets or are you talking about in MMA?
we're
Dom.
talking about in the streets on
Oh,
Kimbo because
okay.
like around '07 and '08, right? A lot of people had bootleg DVDs of Kimbo. What he used to do like around the Floridian streets was that he actually went up and you knuckled up with a whole bunch of people and knocked them out. So so his thing was that's what everybody called him, Kimbo Slice, but his real name was Kevin Ferguson.
Yeah, they came around and picked him up for the Ultimate Fighter, the series, the
Yeah, because
reality show.
it was
Yeah,
him, and it was that Cuban boy
And
Levels,
Crow Cop.
and it was between him and Levels that there was like that they were both like the best street fighters
Pound for pound
in
hand
Miami
fighter.
at that time.
who took that one? I think it was that fat guy, the big fat guy with long hair. I think he beat damn, I forgot his name, man. He beat that guy who does a podcast with Joe Rogan. He used to do podcasts with Joe Rogan. Big tall guy.
Well, I don't remember. I'm not good
Schwab,
with names like that.
Brandon Schwab.
Not really
Yeah,
good
it
with
was Brandon
names.
Schwab, and it was my man. He knocked him out, but Kimbo Slice didn't make it to the end. He didn't get the belt, but he went into the UFC though, and he wasn't that bad. He just needs to work on his wrestling. He needs to work on a lot of things. Mind
He
you,
needed to
Yeah,
work on the other M in MMA. He
yep,
needed to work on the mixed part. He
right.
had no mixed anything. He's just straight. You
Box
know,
shoot. If you
yeah,
want,
shoot style,
yeah. What's
bare knuckle.
that style that they taught Fury? What's that? What was that? That shooter box, right? I forgot the name of it. Emmanuel Stewart used to teach it. His son teaches it now because he passed away.
Um,
I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter though. Yeah, but what y'all think about Baby Slice? That's his
baby
son.
slice.
Yeah.
yeah, Baby Slice.
Yeah, I hope he does well.
From what I heard, that Baby Slice is a good fighter.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard good things about him.
Hmm. Yeah. As long as you stay away from Dana White, you'll be all right. I think Dana White is a greedy mother effer, bro. I just don't like Dana White, man.
I mean, there's a lot of people that start doing promotions at a low level and then reach a high level. They forget where they came from. So that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah,
You know,
But then you have to understand that some of these promoters they have on predatory practices also.
yep. No Muhammad Ali Act. They have nothing. They have to fight that. They have to fight. I mean, look, right now they open the books when they went to court. They only give the fighters 18% of what they make. That's
Mm.
crazy, bro. I mean, I'm talking about damn, could you at least flip that to 35 or 40%? No, 18%. Where in boxing, it's the other way around. The producer
right.
gets only 22%. The fighter gets more because the fighter is putting his life on the line, man. Oh, what y'all think about Ngannou and Fury? He knocked him down the second round, bro.
Oh, Tyson Fury. Yeah, I saw that match.
Yeah, he knocked him down. I was like,
That was
oh
scary.
shit.
Actually, that was scary.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
hit him. He hit him brutally.
yeah,
It's
right.
very different from when you're hitting somebody with straight punches from when you're hitting them with hammer fists. That's dangerous.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yo, well, I'm telling you, well, you can't say almost, but if he would have jumped on him that round and got rid of him, he would have been doing. He would have been. Wow, that was a major upset. But I don't think the fight was that close, though. I don't think it was that close. I had Fury winning by 2 rounds, where a lot of people, one judge gave it a tie. I was like, what was he watching? Because that's all he really had was that second round knockdown. Other than that, he really had nothing.
There's judges. You got to understand that there's judges that favor the person that blocks. So it's like they're not just counting how many punches you throw, how many you land, how many you miss. They're also counting how many you block successfully, how many
Uh-huh.
you ate. So there's one judge that'll be like, "Oh yeah, you got punched 20 times in your face, but you blocked 18 of them. So I'm gonna give you an A plus here." And next thing you know, he ties up with the person that gave him the 18 punches. You're like, "Wait, how did that work?"
Yeah. And plus, you got to beat the champion to beat him. You got to beat him. You can't leave it like what I mean in the judge's hands where it looks like it's even. On the scorecards, they're always going to give it to the champ.
Yeah,
You gotta
if it's
you
if
gotta
it's an
beat him.
even scorecard, the champion wins by default.
Yep.
You have to beat the champion to become the champion. That's what we always learned in the street. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yep. Unless it's a lopsided fight, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
you're constantly beating them up, you know what I mean?
If you're steamrolling him, then that's a different ball game. Like, you deserve to be the champ.
Yeah. I love that the Bud and Spence fight, man. That was a nice fight, bro. Bud, that was the best performance Bud has ever put on, bro.
I'm about to look that fight up right now on my YouTube.
Yeah, uh Crawford. Crawford and Spence. Man, that fight is free now, but that fight was awesome, bro. Awesome. I only seen Spence land one punch on Bud, but he ate it like nothing, like nothing. Like it didn't even hurt him. It was like a sting punch, but it didn't stop him. But that was a great fight, bro. Great fight. And I was hoping that hurry up, put this fight together, man. And look, and now they blaming it, right? They blaming it that he lost because he had an accident, like I think 6 months ago, right? 8 months ago, around there. So now they're blaming it on the accident. But I said, well, hold on a second. He fought two people prior to fighting Bud, and he beat their asses. He stopped them. He stopped them.
Crawford, Earl Spence Jr.,
Yeah. No, that's Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. Crawford is what's his name?
Terrence
What's his
Crawford.
Yeah, Terrence Bud Crawford. Yeah.
Got it.
So
I got it right here.
everybody that's saying that, oh, it was, he beat him because the accident, and the accident was bad. If you see it, his car did flip over, but he had two fights prior to fighting Bud, and he did well. He did very good. That's taken away from Crawford's, his champ, his integrity, his honor. But this guy's good. Look, him and what's his name, Bernard Hopkins, are the only two people. Bernard Hopkins was the first person to unify all four belts when they introduced the fourth belt.
That's powerful.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yep,
powerful.
yep. That's powerful. Yep. Because they had three belts at one time. When they introduced the fourth belt, Hopkins unified all of them, and then Bud is he's the second person in history to unify all four belts.
I would call that the truly undisputed champion.
He is pound for pound, pound for pound. Right now,
Truly
honestly,
undisputed.
if I was him, I would only give my man his rematch clause. My man Spence, I'll give him his rematch clause, and I'll retire after that because he has nothing to prove. Nothing. That's it.
That's crazy.
You know who he wanted to fight? He wanted to fight the Cholos. He wanted to fight the one that lost to what's his name? What's my man's name that just beat up Cholo? Canelo.
Canelo.
Yeah, the dude Cholo. One of the Cholo brothers fought Canelo. He beat his ass. And my man wanted to fight him, but I'm like, why, man? You know what I'm saying? Just I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I guess he wanted his belts too, but he wants to be a three-time, world champion, holding in three different classes, all four belts. But
Trying to
I don't
make
know.
history.
Yeah, but he did though. He did make history though. But I knew Canelo was going to make quick work out of my man Cholo. I knew he was going to make quick work.
Yeah,
That dude,
Canelo
he's just
trains hard, bro.
strong. Yeah, Canelo's too strong, man. Way too strong.
If you
He,
see his training regimen, you'll be like, this nigga don't sleep. He really trains hard, bro.
yeah, yeah.
He
And I
trains
don't.
hard. It's every day. There's no vacations. He vacations for a couple of hours. He trains hard.
Yep, yep. And he's a great, great fighter, bro.
That's always when you see someone that's a great fighter, it's not just him, bro. It's always there's a team role there, you know. Without that team present, you don't get that experience to just walk up in the ring and I'm dodging and parrying everything that comes to me. Nah, you had someone had to train you to be that sharp.
Yeah. You remember that fight where AJ was supposed to fight somebody, and then my man stepped in, the Puerto Rican cat. I forgot his name, but he was real fast. He was real good with his hands, and he knocked out AJ. AJ couldn't make it. He stood up, but AJ was still dizzy. I forgot his name, but they had a rematch. They had a rematch in Saudi Arabia. My man was fat, out of shape. Like, I think what happened was once he got the title, he got all that money.
He got
He just,
comfortable.
yeah, he felt lazy. You know what I mean? He didn't want, he was just training whenever he wanted. I think he should have put more heart into it. You know what I'm saying? He should have did better. But it is what it is. So, you know. But what y'all think about my man AJ? If he gets past his next fight and Wilder gets past his next fight, they're gonna fight each other. AJ and Wilder. Who
Um,
y'all
my money's on Wilder.
got? How about you?
Your mama needs on Wilder too.
Yeah, my money is on Wilder. If he doesn't knock him out by the seventh or eighth round, you know what I mean. If not, if it's gonna go be, if it's a decision, AJ won. If it ends quick, Wilder won. That's the way I see it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like Mayweather too. You know Mayweather. He caught Canelo at a very good time when he was just coming up. He caught him at a very good time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my man too. I like Mayweather, don't get me wrong, but too much flashiness. You see how he fought McGregor? You see that
Yeah.
was just that was a McGregor's a fool. My man, he's punching you, right? And you're tired. Take a knee. Take a knee. Like I don't you know what I mean? Take a knee. You could take a knee and count 8 seconds, catch your breath. But it's very exciting to watch
You
that.
know what's gonna happen next.
Yep.
You thinking that because he has his hands up that he's gonna punch. Next thing you know, he's kicking the guy in the front of his face. It's like,
Yep.
oh wait, that's different.
Yo, yo, but Pete, remember back in the days when it was UFC in its early days?
Yeah.
It was like I used to watch it when it was Telemundo.
Okay.
Me and my pops we used to watch that. And then when UFC was the way that we have UFC now, where it's the cage and it's the octagon and everything like that, it wasn't like that when UFC first started out.
It was like how the Pride system is a regular four-sided ring, and slightly bare knuckles, slightly, not
Yeah,
full
slightly.
gloves or nothing.
Right.
It's different. There was a lot of shoot fighters back then. And when they saw all these mixed martial artists coming in, that's kind of when they changed the name of UFC to Ultimate Fighter to start it saying, oh, MMA, this, and that.
Yeah,
Right.
one time they wanted the design the ring as an octagon, but also they're going to put alligators in, and I think alligators in between, the octagon and the people. But they decided not to go with it though.
Yeah,
I'm,
that
I'm, I mean,
sounds very
I'm,
unsafe for the public.
I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, it's very unsafe. And then on top of it, it's not a big kung fu movie that you could do that. It's not like a game of. It's not like a Enter the Dragon situation.
yeah,
This is real life.
it was crazy. I remember that one guy, big tall white boy. He had one hand, stitched up with a glove, a boxing glove on one hand, and his other hand he didn't have a glove. It looked real funny, bro, how he came out there, and then that big fat dude that my man kicked his teeth off, and then but my man
Damn.
Horace Gracie, he did his thing, bro. He beat everybody. Horace
Wow.
Gracie. I think the only person to beat him was Shamrock, right? Wasn't that number two and number three? I'm not too sure. But that was crazy back in the day.
All right, but one thing I gotta ask: Isn't the Machado family is like the second in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu?
Machado?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've never heard of them. I mean,
three big families in BJJ. Gracie being the top of the triangle. But yeah, the Machado family, the Silva family, it's crazy. You know, the last names in Brazil aren't they don't switch around that much. There's predominant last names of family members of of people that don't even know each other, and they all have the same last name. So
Right.
that family is, these people are born and raised into a system that their family's been in that system their whole life as well. So as soon as they're born, they're already doing chokeholds and arm bars, and you already know.
Yeah. I
I have to
mean,
refresh the page. I think something's wrong with my connection.
all right. Well, I'll
I'm
let you
looking
do
it up.
that. I'll
Oh,
still be here.
I'm sorry.
All
I'm
right, be
looking it
right
up
back.
now. Yeah, I see it. The Machado family. Yeah, there's 6 of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why is that? I never heard of them. That's crazy. I never heard of Machado family.
I mean, I've always heard of the Machado family, but because it was like whenever you heard the Gracie family, you've heard of the Machados also.
Mm.
So, that's why
One
I've
of them,
always heard of that family.
yeah, one of them looks like Anderson Silver's trainer, his jujitsu trainer. You know what I mean?
Probably is
Uh,
because,
They
you
they
know,
say, they say that jujitsu came from Japan.
all right,
That's
this
yeah.
this is what happened. Now, the real guy that actually taught the Gracie family that system came from Japan. Now, and he died in Japan and he died in Brazil. So it's like that style of Gracie Jiu Jitsu came from came from a Japanese master. So so after a while, I know that in Japan they gave this master the posthumous honor of being a grand master or something like that. So let me just check.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. I heard it. He did come from Japan. Yeah, that sounds familiar. That story to me. Yeah, definitely. And um, then you have my man right here. I think where is he? Long Island. I forgot his name. He be fighting for what's my Aljamain Sterling, his coach. They be fighting under the Gracies. That's right. Yeah, they fight under the Gracies too. A little short dude that beat my man for the title. He beats George St. Pierre. Could you believe George St. Pierre got knocked? He was tapping to strike. That's crazy. When a person taps out on strikes. But I'm glad though with my man Ngannou. I'm glad that he fought Fury. Whether he wins, is a bonus. What he did was he did a good job. I don't think he won, but he did a hell of a job. I'm just happy that he made millions, because in the UFC you can't make that type of money, bro. You figure, look, I remember I was doing a calculation, right? I calculated how much Emmanuel Nunez made in 3 years. That's probably almost all her career. And Dana White makes that in less than 9 months. That's just, to me, it's like, man, come on, man. And plus, they have a monopoly on it. You know what I'm saying? They got it cornered, basically. Every Bellator, every short, small circuit fighting place, whether if it's California, Florida, wherever, they all of them want to join the UFC. That's their dream. But unfortunately, they be signing these contracts. They don't be letting it. They don't let their lawyers take a look at it and see what the hell's going on there. Because I just don't like the way they get paid, man. It's like 3,000 show up, 3,000 if you win, and maybe if you're lucky, 3,000 bonus. What the hell's that? That's nothing. There's a lot of UFC fighters that have jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's messed up. Go ahead. You looked up something?
yeah, because it was like if you actually look at it, right? I looked it up. It was like between Ito and Mitsuya Maeda that they're like the father of Japanese martial arts in Brazil.
Mm.
Okay, it's Tokugoro Ito and Mitsuyo Maeda. I hope I'm pronouncing it right because I do not know Japanese. I know some pronunciations, but I'm not an expert in Japanese.
It's
I'm just putting
is
that out there, so I'm not trying to butcher the language or anything.
is it Tokugaya?
No, it's Tokugoro Ita and it's
Toku
Mitsuyo Maeda. So
Toku.
Mitsuyo Maeda is one of the judo teachers of the Gracie family, and that's where Brazilian jiu-jitsu actually derived from those two men.
Yeah,
If I
Brazilian.
if
Yeah,
I actually get that right.
yeah. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't matter how big you are. You know what I'm saying? Once a
Yeah,
person puts an arm lock on you, it's over. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you ever watched. I don't know. What was it? Yeah, you ever heard of Fedor Emelianenko, Russian
yeah.
dude?
I've heard of that name.
Yeah, he fought this big Chinese guy, bro. I'm talking about my man was like six whatever, weighing almost 300 pounds with like blonde hair and shit. Huge, huge, bro. He was landing some hammer fist on my man's face, on Fedor's face, but Fedor quickly grabbed one arm, flipped him over, caught him in the armbar, and that was it. He tapped. You know what I mean? So jujitsu is the great equalizer, bro. I think if I was to ever, train in MMA, I would start with the wrestling number one. Then I move to jujitsu, and then from there I go out with the hands, the boxing, the kickboxing, all that stuff. My man what became a little. I'm a little disappointed with my man. What's my man's face? Israel Alessante, Izzy. I'm kind of a little disappointed with him, man. He lost his last fight. I mean, he's like up and down right now. He's on a roller coaster. When I thought he was gonna he was gonna clean everything out, clean the whole division out. But it is what it is. I don't know how the hell Strickland. I don't know. It's just crazy, man. See, that's one thing I like about MMA. You never know if a person has a bad day at the office, so to speak. That's it. I mean, you lose. Those guys got to be on their p's and q's, man. They, ain't no days off, bro. You got to be doing your thing. But yeah. Yeah. How about McGregor? Did you ever like McGregor?
I mean, I like his style whatsoever, but I can't really say that I'm really a solidified fan. But it was like, his antics or whatever. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people they've told me good things of McGregor. I'm not gonna front. But I guess after that match that he had with Khabib, sure, I don't know. I don't even hear about that man anymore.
Yeah, it
And
was
it
a
was like it,
yeah.
and then on top of it, it was like 2019. I was talking to a guy who's from Ireland. He said that this guy had a SA charge on him. So a lot of people in Ireland started not to respect that man anymore.
Yep. He had a big mouth, man. Nobody likes a person that especially who was going after his religion, his father, wife, his family. Um, talk about whatever, just bullshit politics, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like shit talk. I mean, people to talk to one another, but don't blow it out of proportion. But you heard between the fights, my man, my man, he was getting his ass kicked. He was on the floor getting his ass kicked. My man was like, "Talk to me now," swinging at him. "Talk to me now." And then when they got up, they clinched against the rope. And then he said, he said, what did he say to him? Gregor McGregor said to him, "It's just business. It was just business." Man, nah, it's not business, bro. When they go in there, man, yo, give it to them, man. Dagestanis and Chechens, they go in there, yo, kill or be killed, just like Nate Diaz, kill or be killed, bro.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I
But
like
you know,
about.
but who was that fighter that went up? I know that he lost, right? But then when I guess this guy was talking about this guy's kids or something like that, he confronted this guy in the restaurant and beat him up. Forgot
Oh
his
yeah,
name.
I know who you're talking about. Let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second to think about it. 1 second. What weight class was it? Do you remember or no?
No, I don't. I just know that the guy was Cuban and I
Yeah.
think he was Cuban,
Oh yeah. I
Cuban
got it.
American.
Yeah, I got it. It was whatchamacallit. The Cuban dude. It was him. And there was the dude he was gonna fight. Oh, the white boy. I
The,
forgot
the
his
guy,
name.
the guy was like all American and likes to say racist stuff.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna tell you who he is right now. 1 second. It was Kobe Covington.
Yeah,
Kobe Covington,
no,
and
like he won the match and everything like that. And he was talking crap online to the man's and to the man's about the man's family and everything.
that's
And I'm
crazy.
like, Dad, I know that he beat him in the match and stuff, but you couldn't beat this guy up in real life.
Yeah, it was Kobe Covington, and then you seen what my man Habib not Habib McGregor, what he said when he was on the floor. It was like, your wife be DMing me, DM. Oh no, he said that against my other man Dustin Poirier. You
Yeah,
remember when he broke his leg the same way Anderson Silva broke his leg? Similar.
yeah,
He told him, "Yeah, your wife be in my DMs." I was like, "Oh, my man, bro, you're on the floor. You can't get up. If it wasn't for the referees and shit, he'll kick your ass, b." What's wrong with this guy? He's
facts.
crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this in a private chat. Right. This is a nice whatchamacallit for you to watch sometime if you want. It's like a little not even documentary, but little something about when yeah, it's like a little documentary about when they went at it. Habib and Colvin Covington. It's pretty nice. You'll like it. You see it in the private chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So if you want to watch it, whenever you want to. I don't know if you could watch it now because they'll probably strike you, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like I'm not really used to like I'm really doing this from my phone. I will have to go on my laptop to do it, but then even though I have fair use, sometimes you can still get like a strike. Cause I remember I did something about, a guy that just wilded out in New York and they gave me a strike. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go do that yet until I actually learn the YouTube clearances or the nuances of the YouTube algorithm better.
But do you have fair use up here? If you have fair
Yeah,
use,
I do have fair use.
okay, so you pretty good.
It's just that I know that sometimes that, like, say for example, if you even have fair use right there, they could still strike you because of you know.
Do they strike you or
You,
they give you a warning? Because I got
I
two
think
warnings.
I think they'll give you a warning and then there'll be a
Yeah,
strike.
yeah.
So I know that I had a warning because I didn't know the fair use at the time because I went up and I made like a little clip, right, of one of my cousins in the Dominican Republic because he raps. So I went up and I uploaded a short clip that was sent to my WhatsApp, right?
Hmm.
So the next thing you know, there was like, oh, that whoever was the artist went up and struck it down. So
Yeah.
it's
This
like
one here.
it's like certain stuff. You have to really make sure that certain stuff is warranted when it's like music, when it comes to music or anything like that. That's why I had to pay like some odd money like for the beats that I have and everything like that because I bought them for my cousin.
Mhm.
Because I could go and put it and everything like that, but there's some of these guys that they use song for the beat and stuff like that. It's not really original.
Right, right, yeah, right. I'm gonna put in another one too, where I get all my MMA news from. I get it all from the Weasel. You ever heard of the Weasel or no?
I've heard of the Weasel, but
Yeah,
I just never knew what it was.
yeah, he's good. He just sometimes he predicts fights, but he usually just breaks down MMA fighters. I mean, MMA fights, I should say.
Right.
Yeah. But usually with me, right? Because I play a lot of videos, right? Before I go live, I'll play a lot of videos, and then once in a while, they'll just send me a warning saying, "Hey, you're playing this video, blah blah blah." So now just take it down, and then I'll be all right. But they never gave me a strike, just two warnings, and they didn't even
Yeah.
like threaten me or anything. They say, you gotta take this down.
Yeah, because I have some of my friends who are content creators. They're in the thousands bracket of subscribers, but then they got demonetized because of that they didn't put fair use or something like that when there was actually sharing a news article or a publication or something. So with that said, it was like, okay, since they didn't have like the right footing or stuff like that, you could get demonetized easy like that. So it's just you have to really be careful
Yep.
within the confines of YouTube.
You can see it there, right? I put it the second one.
All right.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I see it.
That's where I go for all my MMA information. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. And then I go to Luke Thomas too. Luke Thomas is the
Got
one with
you.
big gray beard. He's pretty good too.
Hmm.
Yeah. This here is pretty long. Let me see how long is it. Hold on a second. Habib, 1 second. Let me just mute myself with you.
All right.
It's 18 minutes.
All right.
Give me 1 second, brother.
I got you.
You said you're monetized, right? Or no?
No, I'm not monetized yet because I didn't hit the 1K bracket. I'm still fighting though.
Where are you now? You are how many subs you got?
Well, the last time I checked, I'm like 403.
Well, that's good as hell. Shit, I only got 113. I got
Yeah.
113, dog.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sick.
mean, the thing is though, is like I guess I'm for a year that I've been doing this. Even though I've had this account from like maybe 2008, I never was a serious YouTube. I just used it as okay. I watched the channel or whatsoever. But then after a while, I was like, let me just see if I'm going to do this content thing. And I've met a lot of beautiful people on here, and a lot of crazy ones too. But I've met a lot of beautiful people who are actually intelligent and everything. So I could actually say that being a content creator, it's good. So, and you meet a lot of interesting, positive people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop my link in here, okay? If that's all right with you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because sometimes I do lives and stuff, like what's going on in Palestine and all that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Because
I think we
it's
had that conversation, right? I think we had it on GG's, right? Was it then?
Gigi. I'm not sure. I mean, I was on Gigi, but it was not. I can't really say because my thing is this. I don't. I don't really try to touch that subject because one thing you have certain people who are worked up and everything like that because because of what media is showing and everything. But one thing I can't really mention is that I'm not there, so I can't really go and say the right thing or the wrong thing. I just sit back and I observe.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of controversy, you know. Yeah, I
Yes,
understand that. I get that a lot in the sector that where I come from is pro black sector basically. It's they call it the Umar Johnson sector, but it's no longer that. You know,
right.
it's a nice sector though. I should introduce you to all the people because you know you'll like it. You'll like it a lot, but it's a lot of effery. It's a
Yeah.
lot of effery, bro.
I
A
mean, I
lot of
mean, I mean, just this alone, this like I'll tell you, like I guess if I like in the backstage, maybe one of these days, that there's a certain content creator that went up and doxed my personal information. He's trying to do all this crap just because I have a friend. I have a friend that's on my own that comes to my own page that he don't like. So apparently, I'm filth too. I'm
effery.
like, it's very. You have certain people with very immature mindsets.
Uh-huh. Yep. I'm gonna drop a couple. She's live now, Raw B, but yeah,
Right.
yeah, Raw B. She's cool. I like Raw B. She's alright. She's
Yeah.
alright. But the ones that I'm gonna drop are the most popular ones. You know, I don't know if they're going live tonight, but you know, when you do catch them live, just
Right.
sub up to them and hit the bell when you catch them live, bro. You're gonna like them.
Got
I'll
you.
be there too. When I'm there, just say what's up to me, and you know we'll kick it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Positivity, hate. Yeah,
Yep.
it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. We be having my fun. Let me see if I can
I
grab
think
it.
I'm subscribed to that channel already.
Oh yeah, his name is Slander God. Is that him?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken, because I know that I just followed some channels, and to me, it's like I was like, okay, I could go around and say, and you have certain people that buy their subs. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Nah,
So,
yeah,
so me, I'm just gonna, yeah, Pastor Stewart. You know what's funny? I think I followed that person too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. His name was DJ Drama.
Oh, okay,
Now he changed it to Pastor Stewart because you know he got rid of that channel. Let me see
right.
who else could I give you here. I got a whole bunch, bro. I'm just giving you the best ones. You know what I mean? I don't want to overload you because I got like 114. But you should see my news because you know I watch a lot of news all over the world, and my news channel for I got like 300, like 412 just for news only. You know what I mean? But here, you
Yeah.
know, I got like about 113, 114. But over here, what I'm giving you is 24 hours a day, bro. If you get up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you'll find somebody live.
Oh,
You'll find
yeah, because usually at that time, I'll be it's like this. Or this if it's like five or stuff, I'll be at work because or I'll be on my way to work because like where I live at, and public transportation is slow, so therefore that's why I was like, okay, the best thing for me not to be a person late is to wake up at that time. So
right, right. But these lives will get you through your days, bro. Trust me. A lot of them be saying, "Oh man, thank you for getting me through my day," because they be working and shit.
yeah,
I'm gonna that messed up, man. Oh, that's one right here. See, I get it. How many is that so far? Let me see if I
let's
have.
see
Today is
the
gonna
private
be
chat. It'll be let me see one, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
7. Okay, let me just give you 3 more of the hot ones, and that's it. And then maybe next time I'll give you more.
Right,
But once you link up with one of them, the other ones will start to pop up in your feed. You know what I mean?
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know why. Why does it spell wrong? I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it the way it is.
Right.
It's D Darrell the Rebirth. D Darrell the Rebirth live. Let me see one more. Let's see what else.
All right.
Oh, I gotta give you Triggs. 1 second. This guy here is the man, bro. Triggs, man, this dude is the man. Very talented. He does. If you go through his shit, you'll see Jeopardy. He does Jeopardy shows. I mean, yo, it's hot. It's real hot. He's very
Mm-hmm.
talented. He's known through the beef sector, but he came around our set. Well, he's been around for a long time, but you know his content is real nice. He's
Right.
the best. He's one of the best, if you ask me. I'm gonna give
Mm-hmm.
you Trick TV and one more. One more. Last one would be Photon. Photon's the man. Where he at?
All right.
Okay, here you go. Copy this. Oh, don't do that. Let me do this. Copy. There you go. All right, that's the last one right there. Photon DNA. Right here. Make sure you sub to all of them, bro.
Well, I
Whatever you,
will.
yeah, you'll see me in them here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be popping in at all of them. All of them.
Right.
It's real fun. It's real fun, but you gotta be careful, bro, because this is also they dox you here. Here,
Oh,
not see the people that I gave you are not doxers. They're not doxers, but they're people
all
that
right.
they call themselves AFWs, anti-fraud warriors, and then there's other people that they play victim. They play victim.
Trust me, I got doxxed like 2 months ago by an idiot. I'm not gonna go around and give that idiot any press or anything like that because I'm just gonna call him what he is, an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just gonna describe the actions. You like how the heck you gonna go around and try to go dox my me and my wife's personal information right there just because or whatsoever. And then on top of it, the person want to threaten to get the law on people just because you don't like that person's opinion. Nobody's scared of the law. I'm from the Bronx, and if you're
Oh, you,
gonna go around and try to and make excuses to try to falsely imprison the person just because you don't like what they're saying, I mean, at the end of the day, what
so
goes around comes around, and you're gonna get everything times 10 with interest. So
yeah,
I'm not even
yeah,
worried.
I agree with you. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just if they don't like what you saying, just shut the damn but you don't have to live in YouTube. Just shut the button off, man. What the hell?
Yo, come up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's my dude. Sombra, come up.
Sombra means
Shadow.
sober, right?
No, it means shadow.
Oh, shadow. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Over here, they be calling people's jobs, man, getting people fired.
I
Yeah,
trust me. The
crazy.
doctor was saying that he was gonna do all that. I'm like, so I let my job know what was going on and everything. So it is what it is.
That shit crazy, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy. We got about maybe 100, 120 people, 120 people, solid, 120 people in our sector.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, they call it the Umar sector or they call it the sector. I call it the sector. I don't even call it Umar sector. Shit old.
Got you.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool.
Yo,
Pretty
Sombra, come through. We want to know about your expertise, bro. This is the martial arts hour.
I'm gonna do one day, maybe this Sunday. I'm gonna do a live I think theology, or I might do a live on Palestine. So I'm gonna definitely hit you up and let you know what
Right.
the time and all that stuff. That's a good topic right there.
Hmm.
Oh, you say you from the Bronx?
Yeah, but I actually live in Pennsylvania right now.
Oh, okay. I've been to the Bronx a couple of times. I'm from Jersey, North Jersey. I'm like 15 minutes away.
I've been to Patterson. Like maybe it's like I've been to Patterson. And I've been to Passaic.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe when I used to live up in Jersey, because I used to live in Jersey City between 2006 and 2010.
Yeah, Passaic is a little hectic town. Passaic and Patterson. Yeah, I,
Yeah,
lo- I love Passaic. Passaic is a nice small town. You know, me everybody knows each other. It's pretty chill. You know,
right.
Patterson is getting worse and worse, bro.
All right. So why Patterson is getting worse and worse? Is it outside influences or it's decades old beefs?
It's just
I'm just
decades.
saying from your opinion.
It's just decades of just not caring about the people who live there. You know what I mean? It's like there's you see in Patterson right now. I see a lot of rebuilding, but it's commercial rebuilding. I don't see
Right.
any homes being rebuilt. And then the drug epidemic is the problem, man. I used to be
Hmm.
a bail bondsman. I was a bail
Right.
bondsman. Yes, I was a bail bondsman for 17 years until
Wow.
until New Jersey changed the laws, right? And they put me out of business. But I was happy. I made my money. So I'm happy they did that. To be honest with you, because it's not fair if a person's, let's say he's a crackhead, right? He breaks into a car and his bail is 10,000 or 7,500, no 10. He needs $750 and he can get out, but he don't have that money, so he's in there for 4 or 5 months. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
that. If that, why put a small bail on him? Just let him go ROR. He'll come back. Of course, he'll come back. He's not ain't going nowhere. And then the only bail that people get that you're allowed to get. Guess what? You're gonna freak out when I tell you.
What?
Is first time sex offenders. It's crazy,
Not,
bro.
you wait a minute. Well,
Yeah,
just say
yeah.
SOs because the algorithms.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah,
yeah, the SOs. Wow.
yeah, yep. They're the only ones that get bails. Only
I'm
ones.
I'm, you know what I'm gonna say this. When I was living in Jersey, right? Well, this guy, well, he was. I ain't gonna. I don't know what he is right now, or anything like that. But I'm just gonna call him for what he is—a creep. So if you a 30-year-old man, he talking about how some high school girls are better than another high school girls. I'm like, yeah, well, I ain't hanging with you. And I was in my 20s and I was hearing this crap. So I was like, really?
Yeah, man. We used to have people online. There was this one cat. His name was Big Man 717. He used to come online. He used to talk real greasy like that, and we canceled his ass.
Mm.
Yeah, he was talking about, oh, do you like going hymen hunting? Other than
I,
nasty.
I'm like, you know what? It's like, it's like, it's like, I don't know.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna, I'm not gonna front. You got then on top of it, you got all these quote unquote celebrities that people are coming with these allegations and everything. I mean, if you actually look at it and you look at what certain people talk about whatsoever, it's not shocking anymore.
no, hell no, hell no. You're right. Look at that
Yeah,
dude Polanski. What did
I'm,
he do? You see what he did?
yeah,
Made
yeah. But the thing is, though, it's funny is that guy is like close to 100, is almost close to 100, and the U.S. government ain't, and the U.S. government ain't gonna do nothing because he lives in France.
yeah, yeah,
So, so I guess this guy's like French citizen or something like that. So he's not ever gonna go back to the United States.
yeah, and
And
yeah,
then on top of it, I can't really say what it was, but then it was his wife back in the day before all that happened that she was unalived by by the Manson family. So that's a psycho trip right there.
Yeah, man, and then my man Epstein. Ah, man, come on, man. You know how many people that we don't know was on that flight log? Give me 1 second, brother. Come right back.
Got you.
Sorry about that, dog. Look, I got a rule, right? This is my rule, right? I'm
Right.
Muslim. I'm Muslim, so you know I'm kind of conservative,
Yeah.
right? But also I'm liberal in certain ways. But my thing is this: if there's overwhelming evidence that my man is guilty, let's just say he's found guilty of something, whatever. I say castrate him.
I mean, I believe that too because I don't know. It's like when it comes to the US system, when it comes to those creeps, it's like you see like I'm gonna say something right now. It's a good thing that now that certain people have apps that they could pinpoint those creeps in their list. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so it was like one day at my old job, I was out me and my somebody was just showing me something, and then I found out that this guy was a creep. I went up and I told my homegirl. Next thing you know, the creep wanted to try to fight me for his false honor. I called him out like, homie, you did what you did. I'm gonna do this. So it almost got to a situation where let's just say I might have lost my freedom, but
Mhm.
the creep was so much of a punk. He went up and tried to get me terminated from my old job over 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 that altercation that we had at the store. And it turned so my boss at the time went up and sat me down and was like, well, this guy, he actually messed up his whole life. You actually have a future. So that guy will not be on the premises anymore. I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So this guy went up and tried to make this whole fuss so therefore he could get back to the job. And that plan did not work. It was pitiful to tell you the truth.
I'll be honest with you, bro. Bro, personally, this is my personal belief. My personal belief is if you touch a woman without her consent, you know what I mean? R word. And if you do that to, kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just off them. That's it.
I mean, me personally,
One
I
second, brother. One
but
second, brother.
like yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with offing them, bro. Just off them.
Uh,
That's it.
Me too, but then
You know,
it's like
because
it's like it's like this like if we what's funny is that there's a lot of people who are in that and we would not know until they get caught.
yeah, or right, or where the boy or the girl's old enough to tell their
Yes,
parent, uncle such and such did this, that to me. Bro, those are the hardest case to prove, because as a
yes.
bail bondsman, I used to get those cases a lot. And those are the
Wow.
hardest case to prove. Yeah. It's hard now. How First of all, you don't want to put a child on the stand. That's number one, because it's going to reflect, everything's going to come back to her head. She's 12, 13 years old. Who knows what's going to happen to her? But my thing is just man, if there's enough evidence, like one time, look, bro, I bailed out a lot of creeps and this stuff, bro. But that's just my job, you know what I mean? As a
Right.
bail bondsman, what we do is if you get locked up, your bail's $10,000. You don't have 10,000. You give me 1,000. I put up 10,000 for you, and you're free. But I monitor you and make sure you go back to every one of your court dates. And your co-signers, they are responsible for the 1,000 that you owe me, not the 10,000, just 1,000. If he goes back to
Right.
court, I don't lose 10,000. He loses his
All right.
1,000. But if he
Wow.
doesn't go back to court, I lose 10,000. You
Hmm.
understand? So I have a huge risk, and this type of business here, bro, I would need, like, for example, this is true what I'm about to tell you. I don't why these neighbors trusted this guy. I don't understand. It was their fault anyway. There was a neighbor, right? They had an old dude, which was their neighbor for like 30 years, and they would trust him to take their daughter to work. And their daughter's like Catholic school. She's like 11, 12 years old.
Right.
And on the way to work, right? I mean, on the way to school, right? He's dropping her off. This old guy, he'll stop at a spot like 2 blocks away from the school, and then he'll jump in because there's a van. He'll jump in the back seat with her.
Yo,
Okay, I don't need to go.
yo, yo, yeah, yo,
Okay, so check this out, right?
yo.
Now, now the neighbors noticed. The neighbors noticed that, hey, what's this van doing? Why is it? So they noticed it once, twice. So they called the cops. The cop said, "Don't say nothing. Just point it out. Tell us where they're parked at what time, blah, blah, blah." So the cops staked the whole place out. And when he jumped in the back, they caught him. His pants
R-
down, her pants. And yeah, they
Yeah,
caught him.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
guess what? All that evidence there, 100% this man is guilty. But yet the judge still gave him a bail. Yeah, and I bailed him out. I mean, I have to bail him out. That's my business. You know what I mean? You're
That
supposed to.
was your business. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to court. He went to jail. Thank God. But you know
Yeah.
that type of evidence right there, I won't get. If I was a judge, I won't give him no bail. Hell no. I'm not giving him no bail. And he was
Yeah.
like 68, 70
I
years
mean,
old.
what's funny? I don't see. It's like when it comes to certain or the powers that be, you don't know what it is because sometimes this family connections that you ain't gonna know until well you have to. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Let's say for example, there's certain people that that are untouchable by the law, right?
Uh huh.
Whatever they do, they're untouchable because maybe of a government clearance or something of that nature, right?
Or they know too much information. Go ahead. Uh huh.
Right.
Like Epstein. Uh-huh.
So what happened is that when you see that certain stuff is going down, it's gonna make you look within or look within the system like, okay, so why this person so infamous? But yet they all the charges don't stick to them like Teflon.
Uh-huh.
So therefore that's when you look at familial research. And familial research is actually good sometimes because it's like, oh, so this is why this is happening to us
Uh-huh.
because of these connections.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that Congress, right? Congress has a set amount of money put away for every single congressman, just in case they're accused of that, so that money could defend them as a lawyer. Go to a lawyer and defend them. Believe that? Do you believe that?
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them because
Yeah,
Let,
you
hey,
wouldn't
let's be
pass.
let's be honest. There
Yeah,
was this guy, I forgot his name. Crap. That he just got kicked off the senator and legislative stuff, and he was from New York. Um, I think his parents were like from Brazil or something like that, and they just kicked him out. And they just kicked him out of Washington D.C. Okay, who we have here?
oh, what's
Yay,
up?
you're back. Yo,
Hello.
yo, it was my boy Sombra. We were just talk. This is my boy who I was talking about.
Yeah, I see him right there. Sombra 4G. Blessings, brother.
Blessing.
Yeah, he's a black belt too. So trying to get him on the panel.
I hear you. Yeah, someone that a neighbor that I hadn't seen in about 5 years called me, and I missed the call. But because I missed the call, it messed up the audio here in the program, so I couldn't hear you. I
Right,
was all muffled up. So when I went to go
right.
refresh it, he called me again. I'm like, let me just take this phone call.
I understand because it was like I had a friend that I hadn't seen in years. Also, I shouted him out for a birthday. So I just was talking to him before I actually did this show.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
That's me right there, bro.
yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's me right there.
That was funny.
That's funny, funny. Let me see something.
Give me a second, y'all.
It says edit avatar.
So we're gonna have to go out and get some food because I can't. We need stuff here.
Okay, where did she go?
Where did food go? Where did food go?
Selena.
She went in the kitchen right now. She didn't eat either.
Oh,
Nobody ate.
Mm.
Typical kids. Mm.
I'm back on the podcast.
So I'm gonna do this on my own.
How you gonna do what again?
I gotta get them something to eat. It's about to be time. Things are closing.
I said I could make something. Like
I don't want you to make anything. That's why I'm like.
it's
and even
easier. It's easier if I make them something.
with what? But all right, whatever.
Yo,
Hello.
oye, Macorizano, tú necesitas hacer un fungi o un dumpling, ya tú sabes.
I'm probably gonna make some spaghetti with spam. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to log out again. Yeah,
It was nice seeing you, bro. And you broke down everything that we didn't know. So it was a blessing that you was here, man.
I mean, there's so many more questions and statements and things that we could talk about when it comes to martial arts, and you know, there's gonna be another time where we could just carry on and make a second segment about this.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. There's gonna be a second segment coming through because I'm
we could-
it's like I do know a lot of practitioners in the martial arts. So I'm gonna make a second segment on this. So therefore, hopefully look out for that in January.
yeah. Well, look. December 16th, we have a nice card coming up. Leon Edwards versus Kobe Covington for the title.
Ooh.
Welterweight. Yeah.
Do a live podcast,
Well, we could just
I,
talk after it. You know what I mean? If I don't know if you're gonna get
highlights.
strikes, stuff like
That
that.
sounds good. Do a quick
that's what's
highlight
up.
reel of my view as a martial artist, what I saw good or bad of the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because you have Stephen Thompson, you have Tony Ferguson on there, Josh Emmett. You got who else? Kobe Covington.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, just check out the card, UFC.com, and you'll see the fights.
Yo,
Definitely.
Yo, Pete.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna try tomorrow. I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna invite. I'm gonna interview somebody who is, you know, a pillar in the Makorisano movement. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So stay tuned for that tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right, Don. I'm gonna head out, brother. If anything, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yo, it was nice that you came through, Muzz.
Oh, yo, listen, the pleasure is all mine, man. I'm
Oh,
happy I
before
caught you.
closing out, Maz, do you have any disciplines of your own that you study?
No, no. To be honest with you, I just watch and I'm fascinated by the art. You know what I
Well,
mean?
your
Just
brain definitely works like a martial artist, so I respect you anyway.
I respect you too, brother. You know what it is? I just from day one since 93 when it first came out, I kept track, kept up with it, and it's just amazing, bro. BJJ's like I said earlier, is the great equalizer, bro. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how big you are. I grab that arm and that's it. It's over. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
pretty
hey,
much.
yeah, BJJ is nice though. But yeah, bro. So if anything, I'll link up with you tomorrow. It was nice meeting you, brother.
All
It
right,
was
brother. Have
nice.
a good night.
All right.
Safety.
All right,
Armando, you
though.
already know, brother. Blessings, safety. I will see you
Yep.
guys on the next cast.
All right.
Of
Peace be
course.
upon all y'all. Peace.
Peace. Yeah. So this is the first of many segments of the martial arts series. Hopefully, whenever I do the second part, we're going to interview this man and this man together. Both prominent martial artists of Dominican origin. So, with that said, good night. This is Open Topics with Don Armando. Stay tuned for Historias Urbanas tomorrow. So, peace.